Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. This is Charles. I made a really bad mistake. Man, it's really just such a bad mistake. I mean, I'm wondering, do I really want to talk about this or not? But here it is. Here's the mistake. I signed up for the McDonald's app. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. I don't need any more incentive to go to McDonald's. You know what I mean? Oh, you got 4,000 points now. Oh, what can I get with 4,000 points? What can I get with 4,000 points? A Big Mac? Man, why did I do that? Anyways, I just went to McDonald's right now. And on my last episode, I was just saying how I need to get in better shape and lose weight. And I'm not sure if at the beginning of this podcast or of this episode, if I said, guys, I made a bad mistake. Because if I said that, meaning more than one person, I'm losing my mind. Because I actually checked my stats on the podcast and I have one follower. But it's fine. And I even had to double check to see if I was that follower. Was I the one who looked up my podcast and clicked follow? No, it wasn't me. So I don't know who it is. It might be, my dad or something. But that's fine. It'll get better. But yeah, I was just thinking about that. It's funny. I come to McDonald's. The other thing I don't like about the app is, excuse me. I had something like a frog in my throat or something. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I go through and they're like, "Oh, would you like to use the McDonald's app?" And I was like, "Oh, nah, I don't actually have the app," but I lied. And then I said, "Oh wait, hold on, give me a second." And so I looked up quickly because it was kind of a weird situation. Typically when I come here to McDonald's, it's a long line, super long, 10, 15 cars or whatever. There's one other car. So I finally decide, okay, I'm just going to go and use this deal. I only had 600 points. And so I got a McChicken for half off, not bad, right? So I ended up saying, why not make it 2 McChickens? You know what I'm saying? I mean, why just stop at one? So I got 2 McChickens and a medium Coke with no ice. Well, hey, Charles, why do you put no ice? It's not, you don't put ice. You just, you keep from, oh my goodness. You stop them from adding the ice. Now, why do I do that? Well, because you get more soda, man. Come on. It's easy. It's a no-brainer. The other thing is, if it melts, now I got water floating around in my soda, which I'm not really a big fan of, to be honest. Actually, McDonald's, I really think McDonald's has the best soda, the best Coke. They're not worried about, stretching out that soda syrup or whatever they call it. I'm telling you, if you go to Jack in the Box and you order a Coke, it's not even a Coke. It's literally water. It's literally just water. Another place that has bad drinks is Cane's. One of my sons, he likes going to Cane's. And the soda there is always just flat. But anyways, back to McDonald's. So I'm using the app. I tell her, oh yeah, I'm going to use the app. I lied. I actually have the app. Sorry about that. And she goes, oh, okay, for Charles? Don't say my name. Don't. Why do you have to? I mean, I don't really want you to know my name. Okay? Anyway, so I go through the line. Go to the first person, I pay. Go to the second line, and the guy's like, oh, here's your soda. He's like, 2 cheeseburgers, right? 2 cheeseburgers? And I was like, I just said, yeah. I didn't even think. I wasn't even going to correct him. I just said, yeah, whatever. And then he leaves. And I'm just waiting there, and my left foot just starts tapping, And finally, he comes back. He goes, it was 2 cheeseburgers, right? The same exact question. I was like, no, sorry about that, buddy. It was actually 2 McChickens. He's like, oh, okay. 2 McChickens and what else? I was like, I got a Coke. And he's like, Okay, and there was nothing else added to your order. I'm like thinking, come on, man. I know I'm out of shape, but what are you insinuating here? What do you mean nothing else? Like, is that not enough? It actually reminds me of another story that happened semi-recently. I was at lunch. Like I said this before in a previous episode. You may have heard that, and I'm saying you because of the one follower. Yeah, so I was in, actually, just want to say whoever this follower is, thank you. I appreciate you. That's one person. And hopefully it'll grow to, more than one. But I appreciate the one person who decided to click the follow button. Whoever you may be, I appreciate that. Anyways, so back to my story. I went out to lunch. I had mentioned this, that I work in IT. So I work with a bunch of other people in the office, and we go to lunch every once in a while. We go to this little, to this Mexican food place, which is really good. They make these fish tacos with this grilled fish taco, and the tortilla is just super good, and it's like soft and fresh, and normally we get those tacos, right? And we always normally get like this. If you go with the same group, they order like the same thing every time. Anyways, so they're ordering, right? It comes to me, and I'm like, let me just get one fish taco. And this one girl who's like super quiet, and she just out of nowhere, she goes, "Just one taco?" And she said it really loud, and I was like, yeah, just one. And so later on, she said it like I committed a crime or something. I don't know. I guess she maybe felt like if I was only doing one, maybe she should only do one. Like maybe she felt guilty by ordering two, but it's all good. But anyways, yeah, man. So the guy back at McDonald's like, that's all you order. That's all you order. And I just started thinking in my mind, like how hard is it to work at McDonald's that you don't know what I ordered? There were only two cars. There was one car ahead of me. They were actually there already ordering. I came in after that car. I got my order in quickly and then zipped on through and passed that guy. Sorry, fella. Sorry about that, buddy. And made it to the line. But I think because I came in second and I passed him up. Hold on. Yeah, sorry. I just want to make sure my audio is being recorded correctly. Because I think because I passed him up, and made it to the line first, they're like, oh my gosh, what just happened? We don't know what you ordered. 2 cheeseburgers. It's like, no, man, it was 2 McChickens. Yeah, so anyways, after that, the guy just says, just go to the third window. Since when did McDonald's come up with a third window? He's like, just go to the third window. I'm just like, man, going to the third window is depressing because the light's never on. Nobody's ever there. You just have to go there and wait. Man, I don't want to have to go to the third window. Just give me my food, man. Give me my food right now. No, I didn't say that. I just said, okay, yeah, no problem. And I just drove on to the third window. Because obviously I'm gonna do what they say because I want to get the food. So got the food. It was all right. A little light on the mayo, but that's fine because if they put too much mayo on there, they can kind of overdo it. It's just something about it just a little off. But I had talked about this actually not in a podcast, but in a video that I made a while back. But man, McDonald's definitely they definitely shrunk their items, man. Like everything smaller, Big Mac smaller, McChicken, the bread, everything. And but I'm back here again. Like I'm complaining, but I'm here. But actually, it wasn't too bad. Man, there was a time where I would get like a Big Mac, a McChicken, fries, soda, and an Oreo McFlurry to top it off. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm... Anyway, sorry, I don't know why I'm talking like that. But, yeah. McFlurries, man. McFlurries are good. I'm not really sure about that, like, new in the environment friendly thing, though, because they put it like in a paper cup now. it's like they use a paper cup for the McFlurry, and they don't use that plastic spoon. I guess that plastic spoon was like causing damage to the environment. Yeah. Anyways, I figured you wanted to know that story. And if you didn't, I mean, I apologize. I strongly apologize. So now I'm just sitting here wondering, like, man, how many push-ups do I have to do? How many miles do I have to run to burn this off? Man, I really gotta get in better shape. And I gotta stop coming to McDonald's. But until then, I just thought of a book that I checked out from the library that I haven't returned. It's actually a book by William Esper. This guy happens to be a, hopefully, I just want to say best wishes to him and his family. He did pass away, I think 2016. But anyways, William Esper was a acting teacher. I actually checked out this book before, and I read through the whole thing. And when I read that book, I felt like I was literally in the class with the other students, going through the sessions, going through the lessons. Anyways, it's pretty interesting. So I have it checked out. It's just sitting there on my desk. I think I read the introduction. I was thinking about reading it again, but I don't know if that's going to happen, to be honest. It's just sitting there, and I'm just thinking about it right now. Like, is that book overdue? Let's see. What else? Okay, so I wanted to talk about this as well. Just to kind of give a little recap on this. I watched that show. It was kind of it was called, I guess it was a limited series that came out on Netflix. It was called Zeroday. Well, not it was called, but it is called Zeroday. It was with De Niro. He played like an ex-president. Angela Bassett played the current president. And then there was like a conspiracy going on. And basically what they did was they locked out all network devices. I think it was like phones and computers, and then obviously people lost their minds. They were locked out for a certain amount of time. Then people couldn't access their bank accounts, and anyway, so Robert De Niro is trying to figure out who's responsible for this and this and that, and then in the meantime he's starting to lose his mind. And he's hearing a song like, "Who killed Bambi? Who killed Bambi?" And he's just like losing it, man. He pulls out an old journal, and he's like, "What is this journal?" And it just says in the journal, "Who killed Bambi? Who killed Bambi?" And I'm like, "What?" I guess it was an old rock song or whatever. But yeah, he kept hearing the music every once in a while. And he was like seeing things that weren't there. Actually, crazy thing about this show is, in the show, this probably looks weird. This probably looks a little weird. I'm just sitting here talking into my phone. Just me in my car. But it's fine. Maybe someone just thinks I'm on the phone. But it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what they think. But anyway, so back to the show, Zeroday. The acting was actually pretty good. The story was good, but it was slow. Like, it started off really slow. And I felt like it was slow for too long. But anyways, in the show, President Mullen, that was De Niro's character. He was an ex-president. He had a son in the show who actually died of an overdose. And later on, I started looking. After I finished the show, I finished the whole show this past weekend, I think. Anyway, so I started looking up. I usually do this. Like, sometimes I'll look up actors, actresses. Like, look up their story. Like, how did they get into acting? How many movies have they done? How long have they been in the acting business or in the film industry, whatever you want to use. Anyways, and I found out that De Niro actually had a son, like in real life, who died of an overdose. Which, to me, I don't know, it's just crazy to me, like that you would be willing to play a character that had to, potentially relive that situation. But anyways, I guess this kind of like got really serious, this talk, but I wanted to talk about this earlier. I think I just forgot. Overall, I would probably give the show probably like a 6 out of 10. The acting was really good. The ending was good. It just was a little slow at some points. And there were some parts I wish they would have like kind of focused on, like, how I mentioned how he was like losing his mind or whatever. Supposedly that was like the government, somebody in the government using some type of technology to allow him to cause him to have like brain fog or whatever. But they said that that's what it was, but they never like confirmed it. I don't know. Then he found something like on one of his jogging trails. It was like a little device that he found like in a bird feeder. And he had someone look at, and it looked like it was like a camera or like a microphone or something. He had someone look into it, and they basically just said, well, we don't really know what it is. It could be a camera, it could be an electronic device, but it could just be garbage that fell into the bird feeder. And I was like, really? That's it? Like, what? Come on, man. What was the point of that? But anyways, yeah, it was still good. It was good, man. De Niro's still going, man. I think he's like 84 years old. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this episode. Appreciate you. Take care. I'm out of here.